Hey, what's up, you guys? Good to be back. It's good to be back once again. And man, this one took quite a minute, quite a good minute. It's not the fact that it was hard. It was just a lot of stuff to do in this one. In this Borderlands 4, now I guess we can start this right off, right at the beginning. As far as enjoyment, I would give this definitely an 8 out of 10 for me. It's not the best Borderlands, but it's definitely not the worst one. As far as like difficulty though, that would have to be it's probably in between like a 5 or 6, but I'm shooting more towards a 5 out of 10 because realistically it's really just you going to complete things, step by step, really, if you start from where you're supposed to start and complete the side missions in which they kind of come to you. Luckily I was playing with a family member of mine, so it was kind of easy because he was getting like some of the most strongest ridiculous weapons of all time. He actually gave me this hot slugger, I think that's what it's called, but that's on my Amon character. I actually ended up finding the hot slugger in my run with Marlowe. I think this is the game plan I'm using right now. But yeah, I found it on my own. I won't even say I found it. It was one of my rewards. But yeah, man. As far as difficulty, it's a 5 out of 10 because it's just something. Like, I'm not gonna say something, but it's just one of those. Beat the game, level up your character, and then level up all your characters, really. But I will say that there are like 2 missable trophies that you'd run into. One of them actually involves a side mission, which is where you have to do the secret code with the vending machine. You have to sell green 3 times and then finally buy your legendary weapon. If that's your first legendary weapon, that's a good thing. But yeah, man, that's one of the missable trophies. And then I'm trying to think if there was another one, but that's the only one that I clearly remember. If I were to say what's the most tedious trophy, that would have to go towards obtaining all of your vehicle skins or vehicle types, if you will. There's like 10 total, but the last 4 requires you to level up all 4 of the characters to level 50. I don't really like trophies like this in this game, just because it's just, I don't know. It feels like it would be much more suited if you just had to do a certain move, or you just had to use your action skill with all 4 characters, or use all action skills for all 4 characters. I don't know, just something that wasn't as tedious as that. It wasn't hard because you really just had to do the contracts, but in the beginning, they start you off with some very horrible weapons, and you have to basically scratch your way out of being around filthy, weak weapons, if you will. But yeah, man, I really enjoyed the story. One thing I will talk about with Borderlands is there is no other Borderlands that will top Borderlands 2. If we're being completely honest, there was not much talk with 1, 3, or indefinitely the pre-sequel. I would say that I prefer 4 over 3 because I just didn't like how goofy 3 was. 3 just felt like low stakes. Things really didn't matter like that. Here, the stakes are, kind of high right from the jump, and there is some comedy, of course. It's Borderlands, but it's not like to the point where everybody wants to be Deadpool and they're breaking a 4th wall and stuff like that. Like, no, it's not that. I would say better than 3, on par with 1, and not better than 2, I would say. And pre-sequel is just out of the picture. No one talks about the pre-sequel. It's not a horrible game. It just felt really, it felt weird for a Borderlands game. But yeah, man, we're here. I would say if you guys have friends, definitely play, because play together, because you not only do you get more XP, but it's just fun. It's just way more enjoyable. Like, overall, you'll have a real good time playing with your friend or your family member. Doesn't really matter. But yeah, man, I'm trying to think of something that I did miss. I would say maybe the gears, which is, it's supposed to replace the mayhem mode, where you can make the enemies extremely difficult and ridiculous, or it goes from like 0 to 9. But here it goes from 1 to 5, and you have to basically do a certain number of missions or challenges to increase your gear. That was supposedly one of the hardest trophies for most people, but I really ran through it, and I don't have any like cracked weapons or anything like that, or any cracked builds. I really have a really regular vanilla level 50 build, if you will. What am I stepping on? But yeah, it's like a level 50 vanilla build. It's nothing crazy like that. Like, I'm not stacking damage on top of damage on top of elements on top of damage. Like, I'm not doing anything like that. Though that would definitely make the game a lot easier in my first playthrough. It's just I was all set with Amon. And speaking with the characters, as I said before, you had to get all characters to max. I would still say that Amon is still my favorite character overall. I'm not gonna say overall because, you know, I don't like the fact that he's. That's another topic of discussion. But it's just the fact that, like, Amon is a really good character to play as. He has like he has 2 axes and a sword, and they're based on all three of the major elements. It's real cool. I do like his ability to where you hold L1 and you kind of like create this bubble of electric shield or something, but the enemies get damaged by it heavily. And yeah, man, he's just my favorite character. Amon is cool. My second favorite would probably have to go to Harlow. I want to say I really enjoy her a lot of her passive abilities. A lot of her, yeah, she had a really like a lot of good ones. Not like direct hits, but more like beef and buff you up and make you more defense heavy, stuff like that. She was real useful. Even though I was playing by myself with her, I still felt the usage of why she's set up this way, or how I played is useful, if you will. But yeah, man, I think that's really all I have to say. I really don't like the fact that you had to do the level 50 thing. That was weird. But from my understanding in terms of creating new characters, I don't know what's the limit, because the maximum amount of characters I have is actually 5. I have 2 Harlows and then 1 for each other character. But yeah, man, I would say that this is a 5 out of 10, 8 out of 10 enjoyment. But that's why I had, you know, kept my head down, and I was trying to get through this platinum. There was so much to do. I'm locked in at 127 hours. No, I think I'm at 130 hours now. Yeah. So, yeah, that's all I had to say. If you guys need any help or assistance with certain trophies, I do know that one of the world events actually won't spawn sometimes. Just recreate your character and stay in the area. You know, it'll pop eventually. It's not gonna, you know, I say it'll pop at least one time for each character, at least. Maybe even 2. But yeah, man, make sure you guys leave your thoughts and comments down in the comment section below. Hit me with a like or dislike. See your liking. And subscribe, because I need that. Peace out.